Atlas Control, this is 1134. Check for green.
1134, all systems green. Arc launch protocol initiated. Cryogenic preparation commencing. Initiate nanotrite injection.
Check. Cryogenic life support systems online. Subterranean launch injectors ready. 97% nominal.
All arcs secure. Initiate burial sequence.
1134. Check. Targets confirmed. Diagnostic audits complete. And our personnel entering stasis. This is 1134. Signing off.
Understood, 1134. Go for burial. This is Atlas Control, signing off. May we live to see another day.
Okay. So we're talking about Rage, which here soon it'll be 10 years since it came out, and my god does it feel weird saying that, because I remember vividly when this came out, getting this and Skyrim for Christmas from my mom. So I can't believe it's just been that long already. And also, I apologize, it's my allergies are hitting me ungodly strong, and so I'm just trying to breathe. But yeah, Rage, all caps. How do I even describe this game? I don't want to say obscure, because I think everyone at least knows it exists, but it's like it's that strange game where, at least in my opinion, in my personal history, it's the game that I keep trying to recommend to everyone that they refuse to play. I remember every single person, I was like, listen, if you like Fallout, you're gonna like Rage. Meh. It's like, dude, come on, man. It's like post-apocalyptic, all kinds of cool guns, cool aesthetic, cars. I mean, this is full-on Mad Max right here, and it's like, I kept trying to recommend it to people, and I know with some people they felt like it was too boring. And there, as short as this game is, I can definitely understand that, like little bits of it being kind of boring, because it's like, okay, get to the point. And the story, you know, to me there really is no story. It's just things happen, the end. It's almost, you know, like one giant side quest, or just like they kind of just grounded it in reality, and they were like, well, you know, not every, I mean, I know it's a post-apocalyptic world, but it's like, it doesn't have to be all spectacle and like, oh my, you know, like Rage 2, where it's full on like, oh, General Cross, blah. It's like they really full on went with it. So it's a love-hate thing, because you play the game and you're like, literally, what the fuck was even the story? And you're like, okay, so the game just kind of ends. And even when you play the DLC, the Scorchers or whatever, it's still like, okay, well, that was kind of pointless. Whereas Rage 2, it's like, you have a voice protagonist, you have a villain, you have the story. It's like, okay, they clearly made up for it. But, you know, and a lot of this, you know, it can probably be nostalgia, I won't even lie, on why I like it so much. But I remember when it came out, one of the like biggest things I've noticed with the game, which, you know, even to this day I still agree with, for 2011, the graphics in this game are fucking incredible. I mean, like, think about it. This came out a month before Skyrim. That's why you play Skyrim and you're like, okay. Which, you know, obviously everyone, you know, at the time Skyrim, it's like, oh my god. But it's like, And I know this game isn't as big as Skyrim, but at the same time, it's a mildly big game. And so seeing this was one of my first experiences at a game where I was like, wow, the graphics, this and Crysis 2 just blew me away. And obviously, you know, this is ID, so they did Doom 3, and then they came out with the Doom 4 or Doom Remake, and that game looks incredible too, so that was a big draw in. And another thing was that it's how the weapons feel when you shoot them. I feel like genuinely any gun you fire in the game, it feels so realistic. You feel the weight of it in your characters, like, you know, in the animation. And even when you're using the controller, it's like I can legit feel that he's using a shitty AK with horrible recoil, or a big ass shotgun, you know, and you feel the recoil from that. So I appreciated that. And obviously the sniper rifle and the crossbow are OP. But, you know, I was playing this, oh man, literally like back in March. I've had this video ready to go for a while now, and I just now got to it. And as you can hear, I'm feeling a little sick. But, you know, I will say with Rage, I also like the idea of the factions, because there's like the Ghost, and then there's these guys. I believe they're called the Shrouded, and the second one they call the Immortal Shrouded. Or maybe they're called the Immortal Shrouded now. But, you know, they have all this gear and armor on them, and they're all about, like, they got RC cars and little technology stuff. Wow, this is literally going to be called, like, the fucking sick review. Woke up, didn't feel this bad, but whatever. See, and as you can see, even when you upgrade the AK, like, literally all the way, I mean, it's still going to have recoil and stuff. Yeah, and so it's like, I personally like the game. It does feel a little bit more of like it's an experience than anything else, but it's still enjoyable to me. I wish people would give it more of a chance, you know? I never understood why so many people were like, this game fucking sucks. This game is boring. I don't want to play it. There's nothing good about it. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, come on now. I think that's a bit much. And I haven't checked on that because I'm playing on PC. I haven't checked, but when I played on Xbox 360 back in the day, they had like a co-op mode. I remember. I can't remember if it was online or local co-op, but it's like you and a friend, and they had a story, and it's like you do a few missions, maybe not a few, maybe like 6 or 7 missions, and it had something to do with the story. But yeah, I would have to check that out. I like the idea of they should have made this game multiplayer or, you know, co-op, something that would have been fun. You know, like Dead Space 3, where it's like you can play it by yourself, but then you know there are things you could do with you and a friend if you really wanted. And I do feel like I'm showing, like, obviously certain spots of the games, like combat wise, but you will go through a lot of combat, and it is not easy. I may have turned down the difficulty just to make the video, but I remember whatever difficulty I was on, some parts, it's like that, and the controls are a little, you know, fucking wonky. But I mean, they relentlessly fucking throw people at you. And at least on because, you know, fucking Steam, whatever, wouldn't recognize my controller. It's you know, through like, let's say 6 to change your weapons on the keyboard. And then to use your, you know, like grenade, health, whatever, it's like F1, F2, F3. And I don't really play on mouse and keyboard that much, and so it's really fucking annoying for me, at least, to click all the way to F1 while I'm in the middle of a firefight, try to do that, but then I keep clicking 1, 2, and 3 and switching weapons, and then I fucking die. So that pissed me off. I don't know why it wouldn't read my controller. You know, almost every game I have on Steam, and even some non-Steam games, my PS4 controller is red, so I don't know why it wasn't doing anything. But yeah, overall, the story in this game, to keep it real simple, the Earth is, as you saw in the intro, the Earth is about to get hit by an asteroid, so the governments of the world create arcs, which are like tiny little capsules. Well, I mean, they're big, but you know, they only hold like 10 people each. And they go deep underground where you won't be impacted, I guess, by the asteroid, whatever. And hundreds of years later, or maybe even 1,000 years, I don't know the exact date, you wake up, and it turns out, you know, other arcs have opened, and that's how some societies were formed. And you're basically being hunted by the authority, which is like, you know, the new neo-government, whatever. And so the whole point is, you know, you're helping out towns, and you're going to awaken more arcs. I don't know if it's all, but I know it's a shit ton. And so, I mean, that's as simple as it gets. And so it's go to this town, help these people, talk to these people, get a vehicle, and then kind of rinse and repeat. But, you know, it's just, to me, it's like a lived-in world that's so interesting to see. And as you can see, the guy right next to me looks like Bruce Campbell. At least every time I've played this game, every time I look at him, I'm like, he looks like a fat Ash from Evil Dead. And, you know, there's things you can do in the game, obviously, like as I mentioned, racing. There's the Mutant Bash TV, which is basically, you know, you just keep going back, seeing how long you can survive and how many points you can get from killing different mutants. There's, you know, little things throughout the map where it looks like little hovering satellites, and you got to find intricate ways to crash into them, and some of them can be very difficult to try to figure out. As you can see here, this is towards the end. This is literally my favorite car. Yeah, you get rockets. I think you get 2 different kinds of rockets and a minigun. But see, this is something I wish they had in Fallout. I'm like, come on, vehicular combat, dude, come on. And even in this game, as much as I like it, I wish they had more to it, because the maps are so small. At least when you're driving, it's like, well, you don't, and there's really not that many types of different enemy vehicles, so it's like, it can get boring eventually. But overall, it's fun to drive. You know, it's like Twisted Metal Black, where you're like, oh shit, okay. But that's gonna be it about it for this video, just because I think I've basically already spoiled it. I don't want to spoil it in detail, but you've seen enough, you know, gameplay, stuff like that. So this game is usually on sale on Steam for like literally $5. I don't know how much it is like Xbox 360 and stuff, but if you can get it and you like these kinds of games, I'd say go get it. But that's gonna be it for me. Thanks for watching. There are more videos coming real soon.